Hello, everybody, and welcome back here for the playoff final in Division 1 ECC Season 3, of course. And, Louis will be joining me here to cover this best of 7, a very important one.
It is an important one. It's the final. It's to determine who's going to be promoted or getting involved in promotion to the Champions Division, the second tier of this divisional system we've got here at the ECC. And it could be bigger for Zypher Red or Untouchables. They've done the hard part of completing at least 10 games, 10 series of games so far. And it all comes down to this, realistically. Two good teams. Two teams have shown up in their semi-finals respectively. And I reckon this is going to be tough for these two sides to take. Zypher Red, they pretty much produced a comeback in the series to go back and win and make it to the final here. Untouchables, it felt like an easier route, but in my predictions, I'm actually going to favour Zypher Red. They looked so strong in their game earlier. They looked so on point. Untouchables, I'm not sure if they're at the same level as their opponents, sadly.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about that, it's going to be quite a difficult one for me. Because on the one hand, Zypher Red had a bit of a difficulty actually getting into the game. And
yes,
Untouchables looked pretty consistent, you could say. They won 4-1. It was close though. So maybe their attacks won't be as good, Untouchables, compared to Zypher. Zypher's attack is probably one of their strong points, and I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go against you this time for the first time this entire day, and I think I'm going to go Untouchables and go against what kind of has been predicted so far.
Well, I'm for Zypher. You're for Untouchables. Do get involved in chat. Who do you guys think is going to win on your end? Is it going to be Zypher? Is it going to be Untouchables? It's going to be a very good best of 7 nonetheless. I expect this to go... I'm not sure if it's going to go all the distance, to be fair, though. I feel like if one of these sides are going to take it, it's going to be one-sided.
Yeah, I kind of agree, because from experience and, watching finals before a lot of times, it's always 4-0, 4-1, because it's such a big occasion. The mentality is quite shifted once something happens. If you go down, you're not going to be happy about it, and therefore it will be difficult to get back up again. And I think that's going to be the issue.
That's what I kind of feel is what Zypher Red might have that little bit of an advantage with, just because they did go for that little comeback scenario involved. But both of these sides, they finished the league season with 8 wins from 9 games, so they've got equal records. I think Untouchables, they lost more individual games within each series, and that's the only reason they've ended up second.
Yep.
But it's worth saying, in the league meeting between these two sides, Untouchables actually lost to Zypher Red 3-1.
Yeah, so maybe, Untouchables are going to have something to show as well. Might edge them forward a bit, but on the other hand, Zypher are coming into this probably a bit more confident as well, because of the past experience.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not trying to go against your prediction at all. I'm not trying to force you to go predict Zypher Red, but that's all the stats that I've sort of collected. That's what's sort of convinced me to favour Zypher in this.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think from personal experience, you kind of learn to not go with the stats, but so far today, it has gone with the stats, so wise choice. Yeah. I think everyone's in, everyone's ready to get going, and they're going to be raring to go after a 2-hour, 1-hour break. So, shall we get the map animation going? Get as quick as possible. Game 1 of the final about to get underway here. Zypher versus Untouchables. A great game up ahead for you, and who knows where this will go. It's going to be tight. We both predicted different teams, and I think that line shows how tight it could get here.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a very close game. And early on, it's actually Zypher Red having to be quite attacking minded in these early stages here. Desi's just trying to retrieve the ball at this stage here, but Freddy looking to try and pass it to Tenny, who for some reason was just hiding the goal. So the early chance will be at least cleared away by the Untouchable side, and there's the counter-attack. Nuke Boy trying to find the early goal instead, finding the ball across to Desi, who will be trying to at least centre it. Tenny will be the player to at least knock it away, and Tenny could have an open net to work with here. Nuke Boy wasn't even moving, just had to hold his nerve, and he'll now combine with Drad to at least send the ball forward. But Freddy going to cut away any counter-attack that was wanted there. Untouchables again going to try and send the ball forward. Enty can easily find that. He was a key player in that first semi-final. I feel he might show up again here, but there's the start. It's Nuke Boy on the counter-attack. Untouchables have the lead.
Yeah, against the run of play, the counter-attack there, Desi onto the backboard. Nuke Boy with that finish into the empty net. A harsh, or so harsh angle to turn it into a great finish. And Untouchables take the lead here in the final.
Zypher, of course, this is one of their 8 or 9 rosters that they've got under their organisation. This is the lowest ranked team in terms of how the positions have been set up in this ECC division. So they will not only be playing for pride in the community and their organisation, but also they'll be looking to win this against the Untouchables side, who have got the lead here. And it is Untouchables looking to pile more pressure onto their opponents, actually. Drad, he had the latest attempt then. He's just going to recover the ball here, but Zeddy, they just send like 2 players to any of these sort of defensive plays, and it does kind of work out in the end for them. Freddy's ball, it's a nice shot on target. Nuke Boy is in the back of the net to at least knock it out, and just back and forth between the two sides at this point here. Some passing plays could have been wanted. That could have been a mistake by Nuke. Instead, at least Desi was back able to knock it away, and Nuke Boy can't really start any counter-attacks. It's just back and forth between these two sides. Have it.
Yeah, and 2 minutes gone and played, only 1 goal being scored. It's kind of settled down a bit, but as you said, back and forth doesn't really sound or seem too settled, and it always goes down to a team. They need to try and get composed and try and get together and get some passing plays out. We haven't seen too many of those actually today. We've had 1 or 2 cherry picks from clearances, but 1 infield pass and no real crossing passing plays, which is something we probably could be seeing at this level, and if a team does start doing it, it will be hard to defend against.
Nuke, that's like the 3rd time he's had to be at the back there to just shut away any attack and any shots which Zypher Red have had on target. For now, Zypher can't deal a lot more damage than their opponents, and it's Desi really equal to these challenges in the air, and both sides, they really want to go in for these 50-50 challenges. They're certainly not giving up the balls, these loose chances. They're certainly making it hard on their opponents, and Enty tried to be a little smart there, almost had it, just couldn't get the right angle, and it means that, well, Zypher Red again will send the ball into the central D. Isn't going to go anywhere though. Freddy's second shot, it's a little bit better. Still not going to be on target. 3 players at the right-hand corner. There's finally a shot out from Freddy, not quite on target. Drad will try and clear it away, but Enty and Zypher Red, they can easily read these balls, and they can easily go for the 50-50s. Tenny's shot just hits the cross while there's no one left for Zypher. It will again be cleared away by Untouchables, and Enty's effort will be equally matched by the opponents. But there's a chance on the other end. It's Untouchables. You don't really go up that often for these shots. Can't find anything. 90 seconds to go.
Yeah, and Untouchables seemingly quite defensive after the goal they scored. Zypher Red pushing for a goal. Maybe they'll get one here. Cleared away by Nuke Boy. And they're just not getting the goal, which they probably feel they deserve right now. With 1 minute approaching, Freddy down into the middle, Enzy with the shot. They still can't get the goal, and Nuke Boy out to the right-hand side, down into the centre. Another goal from Untouchables will probably be the end of this game. It will probably decide the series. And now, Enzy doesn't want to let this happen. Great control, going for the bump. He doesn't make it onto the post away, and Freddy does get the goal. 1-1 on the scoreboard. And really, from now on, who knows where this will go. It's a great play, though.
You felt like it was coming with the number of chances, the number of attacks which Zypher Red were pushing and producing in the stages building up to that, and it felt like it was a counter-attack which came from that as well, because Untouchables weren't really going forward that often, and one mistake means Untouchables lose the ball, their opponents can capitalise. Drad tried to be really adventurous there. Freddy was equal to it, and Drad still trying to make something happen there. It was a centre which could have been found and could have met an Untouchables players. Instead, Entsy be trying to at least capitalise something in the other direction. Desi in the air runs out of boost. They can't easily clear it, and that was a little bit nervy for a minute for the Untouchables side. Zypher Red's still going to try and push forward though, and there's a player in the centre. Unfortunately, Teddy can't do anything. Down the other side, Drad a little too far away to really cling onto the ball, which Enty beat him to. Now 20 seconds to work with, and it is Untouchables pushing for the goal, trying to find something on target. Drad can't quite capitalise on the dribble play. It's good by Temi, can't quite outplay his opponent though, and overtime might be on the cards here. One last chance at Zypher, send the ball in the centre of the field. Freddy looking to try and retrieve the ball, and it's in the middle, but it's going to be overtime to separate these two sides.
Yeah, and Untouchables here with another overtime to their name. It's the same as Yeet Ninjas. They all appeared in the same game, obviously, one being against the other, and right now another one for Untouchables. So, as we said before, with Yeet Ninjas, maybe Untouchables might have got used to overtimes now, and they don't feel the nerves of it as much, but Tene forward, maybe Zypher actually get the goal instead. Doesn't quite work out, and now Enzy into the middle, Tene onto the backboard and into the centre, no real clear, and the shot is there. No, it's not, it's onto the post. I thought that was going to be turned away.
So close, but not going to be good enough from the Zypher Red side in terms of their attack and prowess. They're still trying to find something. That was Enty's centre, which wasn't going to meet anyone. Down the other side, Nuke Boy, he was alone. He can do much more than that, but Untouchables are trying to push forward here with a chance. Desi's found it! What a nice finish that was in overtime.
Yeah, that went all the way there. I wasn't expecting it to go in. Desi with that one touch. Miss from Freddy. Enzy couldn't read it. And Untouchables take game one of the best of 7 and set themselves up well to try and take the series overall. Game 1 they're going to Untouchables, but game 2 here will actually probably set up the rest of the match. If Untouchables get the win and go 2 goals up, they've given themselves a good base to get going, but if it goes to 1-1, then it would be a much more even game from here on in.
The advantage in favour of Zypher Red. They tried to make something that come of that very fast attack, but nothing going to be quite equalised quite yet for them. Drad just has to fall away with support from Desi, as they do try and knock the ball away, but Enty's going to try and centre it at least. Not the greatest start from the Zypher Red side at this point with these early attacks. They're not quite capitalising or combining these passes as well as they could potentially. Enty going to try and hit something off the back. Well, it was perfect! What a finish by Freddy! 1-0 for Zypher Red.
Yeah, just as you were saying that, 10A up high. Enzy with a great touch, a great read, and Freddy there with the follow-up into the roof of the net. With 30 seconds gone and played, Zypher Red with the lead and might be able to turn this around and get back into it here.
Well, it's going to be the ball looking to be claimed here by Desi of Untouchables, but not going to be that much of an advantage for the Untouchables side for now. Zypher Red could easily capitalise off of this loose ball here. 10A is there, but he can't deal that much damage with it. Trying to push forward now, go Untouchables, and well, this will be one of their first chances of this match specifically. 10A will just be keeping watch of things, playing quite a defensive angle. Freddy can't win that, and that means Nuke Boy and Untouchables can at least try and push forward for something here. Nothing quite there, and with 2 players going forward here for the Zypher Red side, they could have easily done better with that. Enty's going to try and centre it. Desi at least knocks it away, and It's Drad, the player who ends up clearing it fully along to Nuke Boy. And now Nuke Boy's trying to push forward. The chance was good. Desi's found it. We're tied up.
Yeah, great attacking play there from Untouchables. They managed to get forward. Good read from Nuke. Enzy just staying defensive, and a double commit on that clear meant an open net from Desi was able to be taken. And after nearly 90 seconds, around 70 or 83 seconds, sorry, yes, we have a tied game.
That almost went in by Freddy. I don't know how on earth Drad kept that out, but that was some early pressure. An empty second shot isn't going to be on target with Nuke Boy at least chiming in, hooking it away. Nuke Boy in the air trying to win the ball. Tenny can at least claim the aerial loose ball. Only as far as Drad, but that wasn't that convincing from Drad. Desi has to try and knock this away. It's good. It's some early pressure by the Zypher side here. It's not quite going to be ending up anywhere, and for now, Untouchables survive another scare. Nuke's going to try and push forward, and they're trying to get some sort of passing play, and that could have easily been a setup for the Zypher Red side if they were aware and prepared for it. Nuke Boy wants something in the air off the backcourt. It's not going to be able to be that convincing. Drad looking for the response and rebound shot, but there's nothing quite going to be there. And push forward goes Zypher. Three of them going forward here. It's Freddy with the effort. It was Desi with a crucial save. The second chance of Dad. Tenny's got it. And back in the lead goes Zypher Red.
Yeah, great play forward. Desi actually knocking it away from his teammates clear, and Tenny with an inch perfect shot into the top left off the post, any further left, and it would have bounced out. With nearly half the game left, Zypher Red with the lead, and might be able to get back into this, get back into the series here.
This is very nervy for Zypher Red. They're having to fall back. They're sending the ball back as well towards their own goal, and that's chaotic. Untouchables, they're trying to capitalise here. Drad's shot not on target. The same can be said for Desi's shot in the other corner, and they're trying to keep this pressure alive here, but they can't quite do anything. Zypher now going to try and push forward, but Nuke rotated back so quickly. It was perfect on his side, and while his shot isn't quite going to be on target, it at least means Drad can get the ball. What a shot! That almost went in. That was a massive hit away by Freddy, keeping his side at least still in the lead, and Untouchables will be so gutted they haven't found the net yet. Another chance, another clearance by Freddy. Desi's latest attempt will be met by Nuke Boy, but it's not going to be that clean or convincing, and it's these passing plays which aren't on point. Tene came so close against Drad, but that shot is saved by Nuke Boy yet again. Freddy, he's gone forward now for these chances and these attacks. I think Nuke Boy's going to at least clear away this one.
Yeah, now forward here from Untouchables. They've had a long spell of defense. Now they can get into the attack. Potentially here. Tene, though, with possession, knocking it over to Freddy onto the backboard. Can follow this up. A great shot. Just wide and bouncing away across the face of the net. That was a chance for Zypher to go 2 up and probably secure this game. But right now, Nuke Boy taking it up high. They want a goal back. They need a goal back here on Untouchables to try and keep their lead in the series and get back into this game. But Drad having to hook back, getting boost and taking his time here, trying to get it over Freddy, but it's not going to happen. He gets faked and Tene can't take the shot. And with 1 minute left to go, seems like Zypher will hold this out.
I was just trying to work out who was trying to clear the ball away there. Freddy can't do a lot more than that. Tene at least is there to keep it safe for now. Desi's going to try and recenter it, and they really want this second goal. They want to stay in this Untouchables, and they still certainly have a chance here. Trying to find the centre. It's there. Zypher with a third goal, and they might have just closed up game 2 here.
Yeah, 3-1 here. 2 goals up. 40 seconds left. Freddy with a great pass just behind the defence of Dwada. I think that was on the backboard. And right now, 2 goals in 40 seconds is doable. It's highly doable, but they have to get 2 goals very quickly here. Untouchables.
And now Tenny's going to try and push forward here, and Zypher going to probably try and even push for a 4th goal here. Desi, if he's quick enough, he could try and get something to happen here, and the ball's going to land in the centre of the field. There's players pushing forward, but it's not going to be good enough from Desi and Drad's point of view, and now Nuke has to fall back here because there could be a 4th on the cards if they don't clear their ground. Zypher still trying to keep this ball alive. It's too heavy, unfortunately, so nothing else will come alive from this. And while there might be a goal here from Untouchables, it's not even going to hit the back of the net. It's again really good defending on the side of Zypher. Drad is going to try and push in to find something here, but Untouchables, they're going to fall in this game. It's Zypher who've taken the lead here.
Yeah, 1-1 in the series, tied up. A great win from Zypher. They managed to turn it around, and that's what they did so well in the series before. But can they keep it up here? Game 3 underway here, kickoff just taking place. We're in a little bit late, but fine, no action missed. 1-1 is the score in the series, and Zypher with all the momentum right now.
And so we're trying to get some fakes going early on here, but it's going to be Untouchables looking for this goal here. A good shot could come out here, but it's a missed shot by Dradden. That could have easily been an Untouchables early advantage, and Zypher Red will be lucky they didn't get and concede a goal that quickly. I can't talk. Nuke Boy's going to try and push forward here and try to get another chance here, but Untouchables can't really keep control of the ball for now. Zypher Red are looking to find something for now, and that's going to be Tene. Looking to try and link, of course, with his teammates and pushing forward. It's going to be quickly shut down with Nuke's long-range effort, not quite on target. Nuke still alive here, come to join his teammate. A second attempt, not quite going to be found there by Dradden. It's going to be Zypher Red at least clearing their grounds in the first minute.
Yeah, that was a real chance from Untouchables early on. They missed an open net. They had a real chance to get the goal. It didn't work out, and maybe their confidence is a bit lower right now because of that. But Nuke going for it. Nuke Boy couldn't quite take it though, and Dwad up high, taking it in towards the centre. Energy on the backboard will clear it away, get the save from it. That double touch is hard to defend from Untouchables. Nuke Boy struggling, but the clearance is there. Freddy has to take it away, which he does just perfectly, and with 90 seconds played, no goals scored, and it's a bit unusual here between these two sides.
It is, but there's a chance and a half. It's an open net. It was a long-range Untouchables attempt at a shot, which I don't think was meant to happen. Still trying to make something happen here. It's still going to be goalless for now. Untouchables now looking to get some passing plays. Enty going to lose that little 50-50 challenge, and it's okay because the side are able to clear it away. Only marginally. What is that by Nuke Boy?
Yeah, great shot there. Couldn't be saved. It was so close out the back, but he kind of directed that actually at Freddy. I think if it was left to Freddy's hands, it would have been saved, but nonetheless, redirected by the opposition into the top of their own net. And 1-0 here to Untouchables with 2 minutes gone.
Desi wanted to make something happen to the ball here. Untouchables will be looking for that second, and it's straight away Zypher trying to respond and get themselves an equalising goal. Freddy just loses that little battle there against Nuke, and pushing forward can go Untouchables. 2 players at the back though means there's going to be no efforts on goal for the Untouchables side, and Untouchables just have to play defensive. It's Enty with another effort towards goal. That'd be a little bit clever from the air. Nuke Boy just getting a little bit blocked, but it doesn't really affect him. His side trying to clear this ball away. It's Freddy trying to keep up this pressure. Enty winning that ball. Looking to centre it. It falls right. It's perfect, but it's not quite going to be a shot on target for his side. Freddy could make something happen here. It's going to be off the back wall, and despite Tene pushing in, he can't quite retrieve and access it. 2:20 to go. Zeddy and Enty so far a goal down, and they'll be looking to respond here. It's Unturned still pushing for this second though.
Yeah, now cleared away. Freddy back at the shot. Double commit on the save. Dwad got the recognition for it, and with 2 minutes left, as you were saying, it's seemingly quite tight still, and Freddy going forward, cleared away once again by Dwad, and right now there's a lot of time and space for Enzy to pass it. 1-2 potentially. Pre-flip didn't quite work out, and now onto the backboard. Freddy getting it back again, but there's no shots properly going in from Zypher Red, and they keep just hammering that onto the backboard. Nothing quite happening, and quite easy to get away from Untouchables net by Untouchables right now. With 90 seconds to go, Zypher Red needs to try and get shots on target.
Tenny's just going to fall away here. Drad's going to kill off Empty for now, and that's one of the key players gone, but it's just demos for both sides at this point, and it's going to be Zypher trying to push forward to try and get some control of the ball, but Untouchable's not going to make it that easy for them. Drad, he's got the ball, looking to try and centre it. No one really in the middle here for the Untouchables side, and trying to go for that defensive route might not be that safe. It's going to be Desi looking for a shot, which almost landed in the back of the net, but just going to be parried to the wrong side. And still this pressure is being kept alive here by the unturned side. Not unturned side, untouchable side. Nuke Boy. Looking to centre, looking to get a pass in play, and Desi was there. This wasn't to be at this point. What a finish by Dwad! What a really powerful finish. Explain that to us, Havoc.
Well, that was fully unexpected. I think that was pinched with the opposition. Him and Freddy just going for that at the same time, positioned perfectly in the end, and Untouchables 2-0 up with 45 seconds left. It's looking like they should be taking game number 3 here.
Nuke Boy from kickoff trying to make it in his favour. Oh, almost did it himself. That would have been a really nice solo finish. Enty will be knocking away Desi's finish, and despite further chances, Untouchables can't extend their 2-goal lead. Enty just going to try and clear this away, but it's dangerous, and despite players being in the centre for Untouchables, they again can't find the target. And Zypher Red could at least try and push here for a consolation. Enty's going to pass it forward, but it's not going to be as use as he might have first anticipated for Freddy. Just now, Zeddy really going to be playing down the clock, as are both sides. Really, Nuke isn't going to be able to get much more done with that little effort. Enty's going to demo off his opponent, and just like that, we're going to be seeing Untouchables take the lead in this series.
Yeah, maybe they push for another here, maybe get a third, rub salt into the wound. It didn't quite work out, and Untouchables now 2-0 in that game. They are ahead in the series, and when they do get the win, they're looking dominant, but so are Zypher Red. Just it's down to who wins on the day and who wins on that game. Game 4 of potentially 7 here. Preparing to get underway. Untouchables being 2-1 up in the series. Being second place in the league against first place here. It actually ended up perfectly. And Zypher Reds did take the series in league play, but right now Untouchables are looking stronger.
Drad, oh, that's a mistake. That's a really good start, which Zypher Red have just punished Untouchables for, and it's going to be 10-8 fun that opening goal, and that was just a little bit unexpected for Untouchables, I kind of feel.
Yeah, a bit of a castle's curse there. I was talking about how Untouchables, you know, being a bit more dominant in this game, and then that happens. A bit unfortunate, but Zypher with the lead, and they will want to push on here. It seems like the first goal actually does have a huge effect on the game at the moment.
Enty couldn't quite achieve that for now. Freddy's going to try and retrieve this loose boy, but it's going to be pressure for Zypher Red to have to deal with. Enty, I don't know why he's committing to that. Desi is going to try and at least get the ball centred, but it's not going to be good enough. Untouchables now have to rotate and fall back off of this attack, looking to win something. Freddy's going to instead win the battle of trying to centre the ball. I mean, once again, it's just a clearance on the left-hand side, and now Desi can push forward. Players looking to go back here, and again, Zeddy can just clear that ground. There was just no one pushing for Untouchables, and that's what kind of have been costing them a couple of times. And Nuke's going to commit to that and almost found something off of it as well, but it's not quite going to be for now. Desi's just going to fall away, and he could easily get a free shot, and Nuke Boy's going to be equal to it, and he was. And that's a great little setup, a great pass. What a finish by Dwad, and just like that, Untouchables with a really nice response goal.
Yeah, the control from Enzy wasn't quite there, but on the other hand, Dwad's control on the shot was perfect. Just able to dink it over the opposition into the back of the net, and he has equalised the game up for Untouchables, and maybe, just maybe, they can turn it around and push on now.
Dwad, oh no, that's a bit of a mistake. Freddy's capitalised on that for Zypher. They've regained control of the game again, I guess. Just a little bit unfortunate there from Dwad, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he was just a bit out of position. There wasn't much he could do when trying to cheat forward for kickoff. It was just, the shot was there from Zypher Reds, and now 2-1 up again. 1 goal up again, should I be saying. 2-1 up here. They have a chance to push forward a bit more.
Turning. Looking to outplay Desi. Not quite going to be a thing for now. And it is just going to be this pressure being kept alive here by the Zypher side. They're trying to push and they've got to fall back because there's pressure here. It's Untouchables who have got a second. And it's again Nuke Boy who's found himself a goal.
Yeah, great finish, but the double commit from Zypher wasn't quite good enough. They didn't get a touch on the ball, neither of them did. And Nuke Boy into the roof of the net, off the bar. Able to equalise the game up once again, but now Untouchables can't let it slip early on. Both their goals have been directly from kickoff, and actually seems like they're not here. Into the middle it goes, and Vlad leaving it, Enzy up high, and Nuke Boy will be out Freddy, and into the middle it goes. Tene has to get the clear. Does it quite slowly, a bit awkwardly there, but does the job in the end and cleared away from by Zypher.
Enzy just going to try and connect onto that. That's easy enough for him. He's ripped home Freddy's pass, and just like that, it's Zypher who have regained the lead, and they're trying to keep this pressure alive here. Obviously, 1 game down in the series, and that was just an easy finish, and unfortunate that Untouchables had no one at the back.
Yeah, it was a good bop forward, good redirect onto the backboard, kept the speed going, and then the finish was perfect from Enzy. Kept his cool, kept his calm, was able to turn it into the net. Now, 3-2, the lead once again with Zypher. It seems to be a recurring theme in this game. Zypher get 1, Untouchables with the return, and Zypher instantly back again. Tene
in the air, trying to win this little encounter, and just kind of passed it from his teammate. And Freddy, well, I don't know what happened there. I think he was just kind of he predicted what his opponents were going to do, so didn't commit to it. And a couple of double commits by both sides here at this stage of things. We're approaching the last 30 seconds, or the last 2:20 at this point now. I'm just making mistakes, sorry. Nuke Boy trying to win that back, but it's going to be demoed by his opponent there. 2:10. Passing plays potentially could have come in there, but it's not good enough for Zypher as they try to push forward. They do want a 4th goal to really cement some sort of lead, and they've got a chance here. Enzy just taking his time, trying to outplay his opponent. That was a little bit too much of an arse, though. Good attempt, and Tene trying to keep this pressure and this chance alive here. It's not going to be, and it's still Untouchables keeping out their opponent's shots.
Yeah, now they need to push forward. They've got the chance to do so, but there's no real players going forward. They're staying at the back, and it's a real mistake here. They need a goal. They should be getting every player forward to try and do it. Kind of see it here. We've got Dwad into the middle, but Tene will get a touch, not a real touch that he wanted. Now Nuke with the shot, potentially faking out Freddy with the miss, and it is pinched away. Enzy with the save in the end. Zypher stay in the lead here with 1:18 left on the clock, and it looks like Untouchables could get a goal, but are unlikely to. Never mind.
Well, there you are. Untouchables are able to get themselves to goal back in. Again, a little bit of a defensive mishap by the ZE side. Just not really expecting that, and Freddy was just a little bit too late to be able to react to that, so unfortunate. 3-all. Passer's curse strikes again for you, mate.
Yep, once again, and as we said, 3-all here. Maybe the tradition will continue and Zypher Reds will get the next goal, but we'll have to see here. It's been a high-scoring game. Tene up high and down with the shot. They will get the next goal, and what a finish into the roof of the net, top left, to get the lead once again.
And that was all prepared. That came from Enty. That was him doing all the work to really get the ball up in the air, bouncing it off the wall, and then getting it centered perfectly. Untouchables not prepared for that, and now they are on the back foot once again. They've got to try and recover. It will be Zypher looking on course for game 2 in this series. Dwad, just going to keep watch and ensure that, well, Untouchables don't make any easy mistakes. Desi, still just struggling to really control the ball, as is everyone at this point. He's gone for an aerial attempt, which Enty was equal, and match 2. Into the last 30 seconds we go. There's certainly time here for Untouchables to get something back, but they've got to get the ball forward soon, and this might have to be their chance. Desi on the ball, had support from Dradden, trying to go forward. They just can't do anything. It's Zeddy holding on to whatever they can here. Enty could easily shut this game down, and actually his shot won't be good enough. And Untouchables need to start to push something here. Nuke Boy needs to win this, needs to outplay Tenny. He will him. Got a chance all of a sudden. Enty though, an easy enough chance to send the ball away, and that would have been their chance to get back into the game.
Yeah, now Dwad's into the middle. They have another chance, and it's maybe I thought that bounce was gonna end the time, but finally the time has ended, and Zypher Red do take this game 4-3, and they've tied the series up again 2-2. And where it goes from here is the question. Game 5 ready to get underway, 2-2 on the scoreline. I was just waiting for the match to start. It's been a very even game, team to team. We'll have to see who comes out on top here and gets the advantage in the match point situation.
Zypher, of course, recovered to bring us to a 2-2 scoreline. Freddy's early chance could have at least gifted Zypher Red this early advantage, which they really would have been looking for. Freddy, though, isn't going to make it that easy for their opponents to not concede early on. And that's going to be another little centre. Great centre and a great finish by Enty. Just going to rip home Tene's shot, and that's going to be the lead in Zypher's favour.
What a play. Tene with that infield pass. And that finish from Enzy. Perfect play. Very quick play as well. They do take the lead, but for me, I think infield passes are a bit underrated. If you can get the power on them and get a connection, there's not much work needed to do by the attacker, and that was shown perfectly there by Enzy and Tene.
And when you get these perfect passes, they make the goals look so much better as well, don't they? Like, you can get a really nice finishing, like, highlight-esque goal just from a really good pass. And while these passes aren't going to be that convincing this time by Zypher Red, they still have this lead to work with down the other side off the wall. It's not going to be converting quite yet for the Untouchables side for now. Nuke Boy's centre, a little bit too heavy, a little bit too far away for Drad to really build upon him. Since they're going to be Desi? Not Desi. Desi. Trying to forget something going. I'm just getting confused by him and Drad's name at this point. It's so annoying. Enty gonna at least try and recenter it. Going off the back wall, and it's good enough to find a second goal.
Yeah, there we have it. Enzy's second goal of the game too. Down off the read, off the quick play from Nuke's poor clear. He could have done a bit more, but I think he was lacking the boost. Therefore, Zypher Red with a 2-goal advantage here early on, and with a game which could lead to a match point situation, or will lead to a match point situation. It's a good advantage here for Zypher.
Desi wants to work with the ball here, can't outplay Enty for now, and Enty kind of outplayed two of them, couldn't outplay his third man. Dwad and Desi now just going to be falling away just to play this quite safer. They know that when Zypher go forward, they look promising and they look convincing. What a chance, sorry. Desi, 10 at least going to be equal to that little encounter. And now Desi's just going to try and keep watch of things just to see what's going to happen here. In the air he goes. Got bumped, but it didn't really matter though, because Untouchables can keep trying to push forward here, but it's going to be quickly cut away, and these chances by Zypher Red are just being cut short in both directions realistically. 3 minutes to go. Still 2-0 for Zypher Red.
Again, Untouchables need to try and get a goal here. They're going to do it here, maybe. The bump on the goalkeeper here up high can be turned around into the net. NZ out and away. There's potentially an open net arising if Dwaz couldn't take it. He does, but Freddy with the follow-up. 3-goal advantage. They're running away with this game 5 here.
Untouchables, they've got to respond soon. Time's running out for them, and if Zypher end up getting this series, it's going to pile a lot more pressure onto Untouchables going into the later few games, and we've not really seen that many comebacks outs from the Untouchables side so far all day, so it starts to feel like a little bit of pressure on their end now. Enti gonna try and go forward so low, and it's just a fast-paced game now between these two sides. Both of these sides want these next goals, and you can see that right there from Tene, trying to find something. It's knocked in by Freddy. It's 4-0, and time really is running out now for Untouchables.
Yeah, they need to try and establish something fast, establish their mistakes, and try and turn it around to be a good thing. But Freddy with the finish, 4-0 up. Untouchables are struggling a bit here to get back into this.
We're halfway through. Zypher could so easily get a couple more goals to at least get a 6-0, 7-0 lead here, and that's something that Untouchables aren't going to be looking to try and at least be working with going into the next few games. Desi's just going to fall away, just going to win the ball in that little encounter. Wants to try and outplay Enti, but isn't able to quite do that time. Tried for now just keeping watch of things as he falls away, misses the ball, and easily a chance for Zypher to try and really capitalise on. Trying to push forward here. They want this fifth goal, and it's not quite going to be a thing for them just for now. Untouchables going to try and rotate back and going to try and get some chance in play, and players are going forward here, but Freddy calm and collectively a double commit in the clearance means it's going to be safe, and there's a chance for Untouchables. It was Desi. If he got a bit more power, he could have outplayed Teddy, but just not to be. 1:40 to go, and time really is running out here for Untouchables. Might have a shot here. Drad's effort knocked away again by Freddy. Really good defensive place here by the Zypher side, and once again another missed opportunity for Untouchables.
Yeah, it's looking like it's out of the equation here. Untouchables will potentially go down this game, and Zypher will have the match point in game 6, being 3-2 up. I think all Untouchables can ask for now is a couple of goals in consolation, but nonetheless, NZ with his hat-trick in the game and making it 5-0 here.
And that is just a bit of a mess at this stage here from Untouchables. They're not even able to clear these efforts away. It's just nice control, really, from Zypher, and they're still being calm and collected when they get to these goal-mouth situations. They can easily knock it in. Freddy wants a 6th. He's got a 6th. What a nice finish. A little bit unlucky from the Untouchables side. They couldn't fully help this, but they had no one back, and they paid for it.
Yeah, despite being the 6th goal, that was a great redirect there from Freddy. A great read as well. I think, that's one of the goals of the game here, and at the 6 goals, that's been the highlight reel goal in this match. But Untouchables, as I was trying to say beforehand, they just need to get a few consolation like that. Like Desi's goal. I don't know how that managed to find the net, and hopefully find the momentum and mentality now.
Nice aerial shot, and just a little bit unfortunate that Enti or anyone was able to knock it away. So looking for the Brazil potentially from Zypher Red on the blue team. Enti can't quite deal with it. There's a shot, there's a second for Desi and Co. Untouchables not going to be dead and buried yet in this series, and the more goals they get, the more of a chance they can give themselves in this series.
Yeah, they're not taking the Brazil lightheartedly. They're making sure it doesn't happen. But despite this 4 goals in 55 seconds, doesn't look possible. They've got a few goals back. Their confidence might be a bit higher now, but I still think Zypher Red have full control of this game and potentially the next.
Nuke looking to centre the ball, not quite going to be on target. A bit of a double commit in the air from the Untouchables side, and Drad is going to be equal to that effort against NC, but it's kind of favoured the ZE side at this point here. Still, they can't quite find a shot on target for now. NC's just going to try and make something happen at this stage here as we enter the last 30 seconds of this matchup. 2 players committing, 2 players not able to find a shot. NC for now will just wait, fall away, and look to see where the ball lands. And he could take advantage of this. It's a couple of mistakes here by Untouchables. Not quite going to be in the back of the net though. Tenny & Co, they've done well in this game so far. It's game number 5, which is going to be favoured by Zypher Red. Untouchables, a bit of a comeback if they want to win this series now. It's series point to Zypher Red though.
Yeah, now heading into game number 6 of the series. Zypher Reds with a 3-2 lead, and if they continue this, keep this momentum, then it might be a run out of the park in the series in the end as well. Okay, server down for maintenance number 2, so we're gonna have to try and reset the server up quickly.
That's a good way of saying this is Rocket League.
Yeah, pretty much. But still 3-2 on the scoreline, nothing's changed, and we'll just have to take a little bit of time getting all the players back in again. Okay, just messaging the 2 sets of players to get them ready, get them in the game. Having everyone forward, I need to invite you, I just realised. I knew I forgot something.
What did you forget to do?
Invite you to the game again. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Just join through a party match, and we should be up and ready to go when you've got in.
How do I join off the party match?
Same with private, but party. It would be another option. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Funny if I said the wrong thing there. That'd look a bit stupid. And there you go. Okay, you're in. Let's get the players or they can go. And switch this back into the game, and game 6 ready to get underway here. Players are in. Zypher Red 3-2 up. They only need, a goal over their opposition now. If you think about it.
They do. They do just a bit. This is a big little game now for these 2 sides. Zypher Red, they're almost there now. And you know what? They've got the start they wanted.
Yeah, they're 1 step closer now. 5 seconds gone, not even that, 4 seconds. And Freddy just with the quick hook shot off the wall and into an open net. And they have the lead.
Well, yeah, okay. That's the start that Zypher Red really want to now try and build upon at this stage here. So Zypher 1-0 up. Untouchables need to respond. They don't have to instantly respond, but it would be easier enough if they do respond right about now. But it's Zypher Red who have a little chance to really take some control of the game, and Zypher Red, you can see they want to try and push and deal more damage onto their opponents by scoring a second goal. Nuke Boy down the other end wants to keep Untouchables in this, but can't outplay Ency, and Enty, I feel, has been a key player throughout this entire day of action so far for the Zypher Red side. Can't get a lot more for now though, and Untouchables, they are still trying to push and break through with something, but the defensive hold by Zypher Red is strong, and they're now going to try and go in for a counter-attack. Desi and rotate back in. Can't do a lot more down, despite Drad losing that little encounter. At least is the ball still in the favour of the Untouchables side. Enty still looking for something. It's a minute gone, and still Zypher on top.
Into the middle, NZ on the left-hand side, taking it up in towards the centre. Dwaz has to get the clean, pinches it with NZ, and now Desi getting forward, demoing Freddy, sorry. Didn't see that clearly, and now Tene onto the backboard, no follow-up from his teammates because of the demolition. Now NZ up high, in towards the centre, redirect from Freddy, what a shot! How did he manage to get that angle from behind? Oh, you would never know, but what a finish to make it 2-0.
That's insane. Like, from Zypher Red's point of view, we've seen so many good goals from them all day today. That's another really nice finish, this time by Freddy. He's got 2 goals, both of the goals in this game so far, and he'll be looking to try and potentially get a hat-trick here. Untouchables, they need to recover really soon, because goals slipping away. There's a third! It's not quite a hat-trick yet, but still, it's Zypher who go 3 up. Enty found that one, and Untouchables, they're really running out of time now.
Yeah, 3rd goal in 90 seconds. I think right now the attacking force of Zypher is too hard to counter. I think right now you can say Zypher looking untouchable against them, and after 90 seconds played and gone, it looks like the game could be gone already.
Zypher looking untouchable, did you say?
Potentially.
That's a good little pun. I like that. Tene and Zypher just trying to clear away the ground for now. It's a loose ball which neither side are really able to pick up. They're just kind of bumping into each other on the right hand side of things. Loose ball will be picked up by Desi, just a little bit too powerful in the air, not going to be good enough. Just recover the ball though for now, and what we can see Unturned are trying to push to find something, but it's just not really working out in their favour. Drad does win that little 50-50 duel. Now trying to push forward, go Untouchables. There's players running in. There's a goal opportunity. Freddy did so well to keep that out. That would have been Untouchables' trick to get back into this game. And Zypher Red, they're just holding on for dear life. They don't want to let in any goals. They don't want to give up. They almost let in another one, but it was Desi at least knocking it just wide. And still Zypher, clean sweep.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that didn't get turned away earlier on. Untouchables with a great chance to get back. Now, the ball up high. 50 across the field. Now Freddy being so much more speedy than Dwad. I think that's been the story of the game. Does Zypher get to the ball before Untouchables at every opportunity? And with 2 minutes left to go, they can keep doing that. They want to get a few more. And it would be a great way to end the series if they do for them.
Freddy and Tane, they couldn't quite combine that well enough to find a 4th. Enty's going to try and keep this danger alive here and keep the pressure on their opponents here. Freddy looking to pick up the ball. He's done so well in this game. Got 2 goals, kept them with a clean sheet, sorry. And Tane and Freddy are just now going to try and combine at this stage as they go and push forward. Enty trying to find the centre. He tried to just outplay Drad, but it wasn't to be this time, however. 90 seconds left between this and the promotion finals confirmed. Nuke Boy just going to keep watching things, just going to fall away in its pressure, which Untouchables had to clear away, and the pressure is still here. Desi with a shot, well saved by Teddy. And is there anything Untouchables can do?
Well, I think they're getting a few chances, but it's not enough. They're not getting the finishes there, but on the other hand, Zypher Red's defense is insane at the moment. They're getting so many saves, so many clearances off the line, and they might be able to push for another here with that shot. Great read. Freddy with his hat-trick in this game, and he could have helped his team fully take this game and take the final.
Untouchables, it's been so good from what we've seen from them so far, but they've just sadly not been up to scratch as to matching their opponents. At Zypher Red on top, looking in control, and maybe even a 5th goal here for the blue team if they push enough for it. Freddy looking to centre the ball here. Nuke Boy will at least win that little 50-50 and at least deny that further effort being enchanted. But further efforts are coming in. Teddy will be denied by Drad this time. Enty down the other end looking for something, and it's just long range efforts which are easily being met and cleared away by Untouchables. 30 seconds left now. It's no doubt about it, the game's pretty much been confirmed. It's now just time ticking away, and Desi will actually be blocking away Tenny's shot. And it's credit to the unturned side for just blocking these latest efforts. Shows they haven't given up fully. They do want to try and play for pride, and it's pretty much game over at this stage, Havoc.
Yeah, counting down now. It's just counting down to the celebration for Zypher Red. They know they've got the win. They just need the time to think about it. And Untouchables coming second in the league. It's still very good for them. And I think you knew from your prediction that Zypher Red would win.
There's one back. Be happy, Untouchables. They got one goal at least in this last game, but it's been a really good series, a really good showing, especially by Zypher all day. I felt that they'd sort of make it through to the finals. They've done so well, and they proved so well. Not going to be the worst team necessarily in Zypher. They've just gone. They've actually won one of the divisions here.
Yeah, and I think right now we've just seen Zypher Red at full force. You know, the last two games winning, well, 4-1 and 6-2. 10 goals in 2 games is very good for them, and they've shown what they can do, and they played to their potential today.
No, well played to both sides, and I guess thank you for having me on the stream. That's it for Division 1.
Yep.
That's all completed.
Zypher Red, your champions here in Division 1, like you predicted. So, my prediction against the run of play wasn't quite correct, and yeah, it was a very interesting game, very interesting matches to cover, and thank you, of course, for joining me.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Yes, we will see you all tomorrow. It will be with the Champions Division. Sorry, had a bit of a throat issue there. But Champions Division playoffs, and to see who can get promoted and has a chance, well, has a shot at being promoted to the Legends Division. So we'll see you all there tomorrow, and hopefully some more interesting games.